Sooner Nation, welcome back to the Sooner Surge. And before we get started with this video, click the subscribe button, be a part of what's going on here. And we'll get right into it. Oklahoma basketball, another huge victory for the Sooners today. And just a 30-1 run to end the game and just dominating fashion down the stretch. And what a win, Hunter. I mean, a 6 o'clock start, pretty good crowd tonight for that. And boy, when they needed to put the clamps on in that second half, they held, I believe, Providence to 20 points in the second half. A great performance.
Yeah, students showed up. That was the story going into the game is how is it going to be following that McCaslin game that was great atmosphere over at McCaslin Fieldhouse? How would that translate to the Lloyd Noble? And it did. They were loud tonight. It was the loudest the LNC has been in years. First 8-0 start since 2015-2016 season. We all know how that ended. That was a Final Four run with Buddy Hield and Lon Kruger. So big-time win. You needed to win this game in the Big 12 Big East battle, and you trailed for the first time all night with 14 minutes left by one, and then close out the game 31-9 to get a 21-point win.
Yeah, I think I said 30-1 run or something. I was wrong. 31-9, that's correct. But, man, when I look at the game today, I mean, they didn't shoot the ball that well, Oklahoma, and they still won going away. Their defense was really impressive. And then on offense, Uzan by far had his best game. And between him and McCollum, him and McCollum, they could pretty much get to the spot they wanted to anytime. And Uzan with that double-double, 17 and 12, I believe. McCollum with 19. Hit some incredible threes.
Or 19 and 7 boards.
Yeah. Just those two guys, great performances by them.
Yeah. Javion McCollum made 4 threes. All 4 threes, he absolutely embarrassed the defender guarding them. Those were 4 impressive shots. Each one just kept getting better and better for him. And then when they needed him most, he was getting a bucket because they didn't shoot well tonight. They shot 46%. As a team, 31% from 3, a really bad performance from beyond the arc. And when they needed the bucket the most, Javion McCollum or Milos Uzan got it for them.
Well, and Kim English, the coach of Providence, said after the game that
he
looked like Allen Iverson out there, McCollum. And hey, Providence, really good team. I don't want people to. People need to understand they're not ranked right now, but they're set. They had one loss, and that was in overtime to K-State. They beat a really good Wisconsin team. And let's just face facts, Hunter. Last year's team would have got walked. They would have got run-ruled in this game. I'm sorry, they would have.
Oh yeah, it would have been if people showed up a booing type of a game to end it because they wouldn't have been able to stop Providence.
Yeah, the athleticism on this year's team, you can see it. It's what I mean. I don't know if I can state this enough. I know I've said it a lot, but man, what Porter Moser did in the portal this year is remarkable in 1 year. And the thing is, they have chemistry good together. They're playing good together. I mean, it's just impressive. And another guy to me that just had a great game and continues to have great games, Sam Godwin. Yeah. In a game like this, when you think he might be mismatched, and he is a man amongst boys on offensive rebounds. It's crazy.
Yeah, the Sooners got a lot of boards tonight. Out-rebounded Providence by 17, 40-23. So, and then a lot of that was from Sam Godwin. And at times, I was saying that he almost needed to come out. He was gassed. Like, you're watching him run up and down the floor like, that's all he's got. Like, he's tired, but he just kept on getting the rebounds when you needed him to get a rebound there. And to be able to respond the way that they did in adversity moments. Started the game off on a 12-0 run, 5 minutes into the game. Devin Carter scores 11 points. It's 12-11, just like that. Mm-hmm. OU got it together, went into the half up by 4. After a 8-0 run, and then they let Providence right back in it. And then in the second half, 14 minutes left, Providence took their first lead of the game, and it looked like a game. This is going to come down to the final possession. It's going to be back and forth. No, OU locked down on defense, and then Javion McCollum and Los Uzan just took over on the offensive side of the ball. to give OU the 21-point win.
Yeah, and Owe didn't have a great first half, but when they needed him down the stretch, he had a couple threes, had a drive to the basket, did really well. And another thing is, I think I'd have to look, but I think it wasn't but 8 to 10 minutes into the game, and all 5 starters had already scored. I mean, this is a team where, okay, 1 or 2 guys may not be hitting, they got more guys. And that's the thing. That's the thing about this team. They have so much depth and balance on scoring that I don't think it's ever going to be where, I mean, there's going to be somebody that's going to be hot. And the thing is, McCollum and Uzan, whether they're shooting the ball well or not, they can get to the rack. And that's the difference, I think. Last year, you had Sherfield that could do that, and Uzan, but Sherfield was very inconsistent. And what you're seeing with McCollum is the consistency, and he's just a quicker guard, Hunter. He's quicker.
Yeah, I was hesitant on McCollum because you see transferred in from Siena. Now you're watching him and you're like, how was this guy only at Siena? Like, he is one of the best players in the country. And now I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit. We need to see it in Big 12 play because we saw it from Grant Sherfield, the same type of thing. It wasn't this impressive, but it was very impressive from Sherfield last year through non-conference play. And then Big 12 came, and he was a completely different player at times. You mentioned the inconsistencies, but you look at this team, and I don't think that's going to be the case. Like, this is literally the best team they have had since that 2015, 2016 team, and it's not even close. The amount of athleticism they're displaying, the amount of defense that they're playing right now. I mean, you held Providence to 51 points. Held them to 9 points in the final 14 minutes. That's impressive. You made the student section. Moser's been fighting for it his entire time here. Get students to the game. They show up. The star player for Providence, Evan Carter, missed 2 out of 3 free throws at a big moment of the game. Like, that's 100% the student section. They were loud. They had all the signs up while he's shooting those 2 free throws. And it's going to be interesting because you see their next game, possibly going to be a hostile environment. I know it's in Oklahoma, but it's in Tulsa. Arkansas fans are going to be there, and they're going to be loud. You're going to be hearing the Woo Pig Suey the entire game. If you're not there, you'll hear it the entire broadcast on ESPN. So it'll be interesting to see how the Sooners respond going into more of a hostile crowd this weekend.
Yeah, and, Porter, what you can see from him this year is he's able to do things that he probably wanted to do the last 2 years, and they probably tried doing, especially defensively, and they didn't have the guys to do it. And he's changed his style too. I mean, kudos to him. He's had this start's been incredible, and let's hope they can continue it because you're right. Saturday, and I'm telling you, Sooner fans, listen up. I've been to the last 2 in Tulsa, and it's absolutely about a 70-30, 80-20 advantage. It has been recently. I would say 70-30 the last 2 years. Arkansas fans to Oklahoma fans. OU fans need to get out there and make a difference. This team's fun to watch, and here's the thing. You're going into Big 12 play soon, and you know what? You got to protect your home court in Big 12 play because the road games, they're all going to be brutal, road games or home games. But one thing you have to do, Sooner fans, is get out there and support them because you got to win the home games. You really do. If you don't, it really puts you in bad situation to try to win a few on the road. And so get out there and support this team. Every game, I feel like they're getting better and better, Hunter. I mean, tougher competition, they win by 21 or whatever. I mean, so get out there, support them. Get out there Saturday in Tulsa. Let's try to get a good crowd out there and support these guys. And just very excited about the start of the season. I haven't been this excited for a basketball season in a long time. And so get out there and support them. Appreciate y'all support on the channel. Make sure you subscribe to it, be a part of it. Till next time, guys. Boomer.